And hello and welcome back to the MDL Changsha Major. We're taking a look at game number 2 here. It's iG.Vitality facing off against Infamous. I'm Lyrical, joined as well by Lacoste. My man iG.V won the last game in commanding fashion, and they're taking their Night Stalker again. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I ate a slice of pizza.
Ooh.
Now I'm ready to cast some more dotes. Yeah, the first game was pretty quick. I expected Infamous to do better, considering the picks that they had. I thought that Timbersaw might make a difference, even though I mentioned that iG.Vitality is a better team. Infamous is known to upset people. Maybe this is the lineup that they're looking into, something cheesy with the Lycan. Also, I love Lycan paired up with the Night Stalker. You don't necessarily need to have him in your own team. You can just have him in a different team, so Howl, double duration.
Yeah, easy peasy, and they're going to take away the Leshrac as well from dogfights. A very impactful hero, it felt like. It was kind of just all over the map making stuff happen. Some of that could just be because it was against really strong heroes that Infamous was running. But yeah, I like the opening to draft for Infamous. I think revealing the Lycan this early maybe is a little bit spooky. What do you think?
But that's why they picked up Witch Doctor, really good against all his summons. The stun lasts for a very long time. Well, maybe not necessarily needed to pick up Lycan that early.
Yeah, like would it have been banned out? I guess maybe their worry was that they were going to run Night Stalker Lycan. I guess I could see that as a possibility.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. Well, nonetheless, it is that Witch Doctor, like you said, to deal with the Lycan. Now we're going to see a couple other bands out here. Shadow Shaman taken away, Bat Rider as well, those heroes that can start the fight. I think with an iG.V draft already, you don't really reveal that much. I feel like there's going to be a Night Stalker in the offlane, but it certainly doesn't have to be.
Yeah, Night Stalker is kind of more popular on the offlane in this past month and a half, I would say. It just kind of fits him more because he can be more active. We've seen in our previous series when he gets the farm and he doesn't leave the lane for the first night. He just dominates the enemy safe lane. And at the second night, then that's the time when he's the most active hero on the map.
Right.
So Gyro is kind of counter to a Lycan because he has, of course, a flag cannon against all of his summons, but Gyro does not like to play against the Lycan either, because if he just runs at you, Gyro is a highly mobile hero, but Lycan outruns you and gets on top of you, and you can't really do anything about it.
The traditional other answer that they would sometimes run would be something like a Sven, give that armor with Warcry, but I don't know if that's necessarily amazing nowadays. I feel like I haven't seen almost any Sven. But it is going to be a Lion taken now, so another one of those hexes, very, very strong. It does feel like this is a different style of Dota than we've seen from the other teams that are in this major. Like, I think back to the last series, and it feels like almost none of the same heroes are showing up.
Yeah, that's a good point. Other teams that we've seen yesterday and probably some games today, I've saw a couple of the picks while I was eating, just totally different style. Maybe they did not adapt to the newest patch, or they just play a different kind of Dota at this point.
I mean, it's also worth knowing these are the two bottom teams in the groups right now. Maybe that has something to do with it as well, because we've seen the strength of like Axe, Skywrath Mage, and I think that Leshrac was something that became pretty popular at Epicenter, if I'm not mistaken, when it sort of was this revelation that people were having. And still a very strong hero, but nonetheless, third pick now for iG.V. I don't know if there's anything that really stands out as a weakness yet. Ooh.
Well, also really... Okay, so I wanted to say that they might go for a Slark, because they also banned out the Gyro, and makes a lot of sense. Like they're looking at this night lineup. I would say he has improved night vision. So does Lycan against the Night Stalker. So they can get ganked that easily. Maybe it's a bit too greedy. That's why I was thinking about it.
Yeah, it's
also,
very
Slark,
greedy.
yeah. Also, Slark is good against the Underlord because he can break him, naturally builds into Silver Edge. Faceless Void, one of the better counters to Slark in general. Just he can just hold him, surprise him. By hold him, I mean hold him during his ultimate and then kill him.
Yeah.
And
This is
also
so
the
weird.
Lion pickup. Yeah, that's the Lion pickup. Like you can't... there's Shadow Shaman banned out. Hex is amazing against the Slug because he can't use the Dark Pact, and they pick the other Hex carrier.
Yeah. It just feels like it's such a weird draft, though. Like, you look at IGV, and it's sort of this kind of stable thing, right? You can do a 2-1-2 with this pretty well. Maybe run in... Honestly, even laning issues don't feel like it's going to be that significant. Whereas like into the later game, also, Pit of Malice is amazing for controlling people. But Infamous have, like, this very... sort of flimsy, I want to say. Like, all of those three heroes, with the exception of Lycan, feel like they could get blown up inside of a Chronosphere so easy.
Now they have a good setup for the Chrono. They have Witch Doctor ulti, they have Firestorm. Good controlling heroes overall. Not the best against the Slark, if you exclude Chronosphere. I wonder what the last hero for the Infamous is gonna be. Like, if you're trying to guess what they're gonna pick, it's really hard for these teams that are not top teams. Maybe I just need to watch more of their games, but they have their own strategies, and they're trying to make something happen. Most of the time it doesn't work, and you can see the flaws in it.
Yeah, it's a tough one. I mean, we can talk about what their team kind of needs, and to me, I feel like it's almost like that vacuum type of thing. Like a Darkseer here wouldn't be completely terrible, I think. Something that can, like, sort of set up a big team fight ultimate, or they could go the other route and try and go like pickoffs, and then maybe you could go like a Legion commander or something like that. But I like the idea of an off lane that can sort of get things going.
They have a Slark, which is a great pickoff hero. Combine that with the Howl, you can have that extra couple of hits that you always need, so he's gonna receive the damage from it.
Doom is a nice band there. I think that fills that same type of role. Because it's so hard to team fight against this now, especially with the Invoker. Oh my god. I really like IG's draft. Although Invoker and Faceless Void might be a little slow.
Invoker gets, I'm not going to say crushed, but gets dominated in the late by most of the matchup. But they already showed their mid. It's going to definitely be the Lycan on a mid lane. Or they might switch things around, but then you have Lycan offlane, Slark safe lane. That doesn't make any sense. Lashrak is one of the better heroes against the Invoker, but I don't think they can find a hero to get the lanes correctly. So this means that Invoker is going to have a good time, and the setup is just amazing. I suggested that they might pick Invoker in the previous game, but they did it in this one, so it makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, it's so weird now what Infamous want to take. Like, I really feel like they need an offlaner, but at the same time, as you mentioned, that means that the Invoker gets a free lane. So which lanes do you decide to win? I'd like to see Infamous just use all of their reserve time right now, get all of the lanes sorted. They see all the things that IGV are doing. Take your time, choose your hero, and we'll see if they can put something together. Again, they probably already know what their hero is and are trying to just sort out the lanes, to be honest. I still like Legion.
Yeah, I'm not sure about the lad. This feels like a really draft already.
Yeah.
Whatever they pick, I'm not gonna go with their lineup.
No. Brewmaster? That's kind of a cool one as well. It also like gives them that fight that they kind of need. I don't know if it's enough. If it goes late, though, I kind of... Well, even if it goes late, like, then you're dealing with a Faceless Void Invoker. I don't know. This is a tough one. Slark is going to need to carry hard in this game.
Yeah, Slark can get out of everything besides Chronosphere, so it's a decent Slark game. But I'm not sure how the laning stage will go for them.
Yeah. Well,
they should probably throw Brewmaster and Lashrak on the offlane and have Lion and Slark on the safe lane. Should be, I guess, enough against the Underlord.
How is Brew versus Invoker?
Nah.
No.
I mean, Brew, he could do better, but then you have an offlane Lycan with +1, and you don't want to have that.
Okay.
He's gonna get out CS.
Well, game number 2 here, as we've got a little bit of the wonderful all chat, one of my favorites, coming out from Mr. Invoker. I'm glad that they got these working again. There were some of the issues where you couldn't do the all chat or any of the voice lines in-game after you joined a lobby, but that's all been sorted out now.
Yeah, they need to fix the problem with the items that have duration. BKB, when you ping it out, it doesn't say which item it is, it just shows the duration. Like, Invoker has 9 seconds something, but it doesn't say what 9 seconds of what.
Well, he doesn't have 9 seconds of Necrobuck.
No, maybe it means that he can last only 9 seconds.
Yeah, there you go. I like that. God, look at it. It's Mango Day again. Dogfights in July and Super. They all got 2 mangoes. Invoker, no mangoes.
Mango really valuable. No mangoes on Faceless Wood.
Interesting.
At least you need at least one. Just so that people think that they can't harass you.
Yeah.
I like Panda. I like Panda's build.
Just out there, stout shield, a lot of regen, easy peasy. Matthew runs into Mr. Miracle. Can go for the stun here if he wants to level it, but just going to see who's a little bit quicker with the grab, and it's Old Stinger. Old Stinger finds the catch, and the stun is going to be there as well. Matthew, long cooldown here on his jump, and they are body blocking a bound, but Miracle slowed down yet again. The right click's there, coming through, dodges the stun. It might not get him away still as the Orb of Venom slowed down. The right clicks, it's going to be there. No, he missed uphill. He gets the bounty rune. He has a jump and a TP if he wants to. Also, the salve is there. He's going to jump to the side, salve up, and Miracle getting himself out of there. Is he? Oh, he missed! Oh, no! Oh, that was close.
Oh, I scratched my head. Like, it looked like he's gonna stun him, and this TP lasted for way too long.
Yeah, Super came back.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah.
Oh, if he stunned him,
yeah,
he would have to walk back to the lane with only 5 tangos left.
Yeah, that would have made been a really, really bad time. Kind of an interesting build here. It's going to be Matthew picking up the Orb of Venom, sort of like what we saw out of that Wind Ranger earlier. So just little bits of harassment here and there throughout the entire duration. Nifty stuff.
Yeah, you have this extra slow when you use 1 hit and lightning. It's hard to miss a stun.
Okay. Well, and he is hitting there on a Miracle, but we're seeing the same Super that we saw before, the slow regen coming in bit by bit, and they're actually staying topped up more so than the Leshrac is, so I think it's going pretty well there.
Yeah, they have no kill potential, so getting a Maledict in this lane makes no sense. Early point of Voodoo Restoration doesn't use that much mana, and all this mana that Leshrac spent is kind of mitigated by the heal.
They got to be careful with the Slark here as well. Down bottom lane, they're still diving in, trying to do whatever damage they can. It's not going to be anything really, but Slark low, and Dogfights does have mangoes to pop if he wants to Void, while we're just seeing the Lion constantly spam out the mana drain. Very frustrating to deal with. Mid lane? Oh, I thought there was something else going on there, but Half taking a lot of damage.
A lot of summons, yeah. That's
oh, Cold Snap summons some more wolves, but not going to be able to get it. It's Pepita still taking damage, but not enough to force the kill.
Yeah, because there were 2 wolves and 1 Force Spirit. It looked like something is happening on the minimap.
Yeah. Thought there were other heroes around there. So the mana drain continuing. I want to see if Excel goes for 2 points in mana drain. That build is so ridiculously funny, but it would mean that they have like no
it's
potential
funny, but
anything.
it's not strong.
No.
Yes. He has 2 mangoes left. Most of the Lions go for... Well, it depends on the situation. You get Earth Spike and Hacks on level 2, especially if there's only one hero, which increases your kill potential. In this lane, he might get another point in stun because he does not have a mana, has 2 mangoes left, but does not want to pop that early on.
Yeah. They're pressuring behind the tower right now, and iG.Vitality actually popped a mango there as well to have another round of Firestorm if you want to use it. As far as mid lane goes, Invoker is getting beaten out pretty heavily by Pepita, who's obviously got some very nice regen on him, already has that early headdress up as well, so 8.1 regen.
It's hard to harass Lycan.
Yeah. And Lycan obviously high damage.
Yeah, I think I discussed this with Gods yesterday. Like, Lycans don't get early points in Howl. Like, he should get 1 point in Howl right now. It's gonna be a nighttime, and Night Stalker's gonna be active, and this little thing can make a difference. 1 point in Howl just to keep your Lion or Slark alive.
Yeah. Night Stalker there trying to take down the courier. He did some somewhat substantial damage to it, which is pretty nice. There is going to be a rotation towards mid now. Super here as well as Night Stalker, and the jump onto Pepita. I mean, it's the 4-minute mark. You got to know that's coming.
Oh, and they're making a go on top.
Wow, okay, so as soon as the Night Stalker leaves, they realize they can go on to the Underlord, and they take him out as well.
Yeah. Lion was saving 1 point since Night Stalker showed on the lane. He got 1 point in Hex, used the Mango to have enough mana. This ward that he placed will...
Oh, and again, back towards mid. Pepita just TP'd out here, but he's going to go down again. Dogfights finds the kill, and that's a canceled TP. This is going to be a lot of damage onto this tower.
And he also needs to walk back from the base to the lane, so he didn't do anything for a minute and a half. He's not going to get the XP nor any gold. Oof,
yeah.
That's huge.
Super again, flirting with this Leshrac over here to the side. So yeah, I guess not substantial damage. They didn't have the catapult wave with them right there. But as you said, Lycan missing out on a lot. And actually, they're going to smoke him out to try and get there that much quicker.
Speed up.
Very
They're going to need to play around the Slark and Brewmaster. Brewmaster is having a decent time on bottom, 12. 13 denies, 22 CS. They should play around his Blink Dagger timing, and if Slark continues to farm, he's gonna have Shadow Blade probably at the same timing. So that's the timing that they're looking into. Also, they need to get some farm on the Lycan. He can always go back to the jungle and farm up if necessary. That ward that I was talking about got de-warded because it was pretty obvious that Lion's gonna place it.
Well, and now it's iG.Vitality who's kind of dominating this lane up here. You have Night Stalker that's trying to set up, but of course, as you mentioned, the Slark having increased night vision makes this that much more difficult, and so they won't be able to make anything happen there. But it's keeping them off of the Lycan mid also. So Pepita having a little bit of a better time, and maybe with this level 6, they could see about going in on the Invoker here who's walking over. They find the stun right at the start. There's going to be the Hex follow-up to chase in. He does actually have Ghost Walk if he wants to use it. Use the Deafening Blast instead. Not very long duration. And he dies.
Huh. Well, he could have used the Ghost Walk. I'm not sure why. They had the Leshrac with the Dust of Appearance, but I think he was out of the range anyway.
Yeah.
And this ward is going to get de-warded, so a lot of vision denied from Infamous. Like, they're placing these wards on the pretty obvious spots, and they're not smoked while they're placing.
Alright. I mean, yeah, it's what they need. Underlord has quietly gotten into the top CS right now. And in spite of that, it's still Infamous who are leading a little bit in terms of net worth, but I think at this point, if you're leading, like, even if it's just like keeping it relatively even, you've got to be so happy if you're iG.Vitality. And speaking of which, they are going to try and take down this Slark. The Maledict work in. Sunstrike got him. Half takes him down. And Excel, also Matthew, going to have to back out again.
Most of the Night Stalkers don't get the early point and Crippling Fear. They just go 2-0-2 and get one on level 5. But he was saving a point. There was an opportunity for a gank on a Slark. Barely survived, but the Sunstrike connected.
Well, you had mentioned the Brewmaster, and hitting level 6 now, Faceless Void only level 5. Needs to be careful. He has not gotten the type of farm that you would want on this hero, but if they decide to pop an ultimate here, could be pretty scary stuff, as that Brewmaster very capable of finding kills, and Slark gonna dive in for this, finds Miracle. He's still got 10 stick charges though, but it looks like they're coming for this tower, and Miracle doesn't have a TP.
And they need to rotate Lycan if they want to take this tower. They have no tower damage whatsoever.
Well, and instead, it's the tier 1 tower mid that's taking all the damage. They brought down like 4 heroes there. I guess that they're farming out the jungle and they don't feel comfortable being alone in the top lane, but that's a lot of movement there that doesn't end up going to too much use, as iG.V again going to pressure out this tower. Faceless Void gets some more farm, and Super's nearby to keep him all fine and dandy.
I love the build on Invoker, I gotta say. Power threads, Midas is cool on Invoker, but I've seen people not building into Midas anymore. It makes a lot of sense because you want to be as active as possible. Power threads give you better strength or 10 intelligence. You're always kind of short on mana on Invoker. And he's even gonna go maybe for Yule Scepter. Now he switched to Aghanim Scepter.
Yeah, it is really cool, especially since so much of your time is spent just like walking around in the jungle and right-clicking creeps early on. Some damage done there onto Slark. They do have Maledict available if they want to use it. Bringing over the Invoker. MNZ just going to back out. There's jump forward. They catch him right on the side with that Chronosphere, and the catch, the kill, isn't enough. He got his ultimate off, but still going to die.
I'm not sure what Slark is doing there. Like, there's no one from his team there. He's not even top. At least he can farm in the jungle. Like, this area...
Oh, ulti
it's
top.
a daytime, so it's a daytime, so he can't really be influenced by the Night Stalker gangs.
They're bringing in heroes trying to find this kill here. Old Stinger living just barely on the edge, as he does end up going down to dogfights. Or excuse me. How did he end up going down there? They find the kill nonetheless, and the Sunstrike a little bit late to the party. So they killed off the Brew, and it works out.
This Underlord doesn't die. He has Soul Ring, Magic Sticks, and a Vanguard, plus he's level 9. So that's a hard kill to get. They have no burst damage. Lion is not level 6. Flash track level 5.
Slark saw this. I don't know what is happening right now. He's just dead. He literally saw dogfights and then just walked away from them.
I gotta say, feels like Infamous is either tilted or, I don't know, they're already set, their mindset that they're already out of this tournament. I'm not sure what is happening. They're not playing to win.
Well, actually, I do need to double check because they might have gotten close to being eliminated. If they lose this series, then they for sure are, but I'm not sure if they got eliminated with that last game or not. I knew that if it was a 2-0, then it was for sure, but I wasn't sure if the first game made it sure also. Miracle here, Excel able to find him, able to do a good bit of damage, and they take down the Faceless Void.
Yeah, I love how level 1 Underlord ulti is. It feels like something big is gonna happen at the right moment, then 5 seconds after, pretty much nothing happens.
Well, rotation coming in yet again. They find themselves the Night Stalker. A lot of damage in from Infamous, and dogfights turning this background. Almost finds that onto Lycan with the Maledict. He might actually pop to that, but he's got a lot of regen, and Old Stinger running away as well. It's still only 1 dead so far, and the Witch Doctor ultimate out as well on Excel. Almost dead. The creeps are actually going to get the kill there, as Old Stinger backing away. He has his ultimate back up, but everybody else is gone.
Purge creep from Helm of the Dominator purged Faceless Void, so he couldn't get in range with the Time Walk to cast the Chrono. Slark so far away from that Shadow Blade. He doesn't even have Shadow Amulet.
Ow. He is trying to farm desperately. He's actually picking up 2 sentries. Oh no, and they spot him yet again. They got him caught. Trying to dodge away from the Sunstrikes, but the right click's coming in. It might all be too much. MNZ running. But this Night Stalker is on the chase, And is he going to get out of here? You know, Old Stinger takes down Miracle. There's the silence yet again, the long duration, and they just beat him down to death. Bottom lane. Underlord finally looking like he is going to die. A double kill for Old Stinger, but they keep on losing this Slark.
What is Slark sitting at? 1-4-0. The Slark is not gonna recover. You pick Slark so you can snowball, but they're doing a good job just shutting him down with this dual lane Night Stalker and Underlord. Again, dogfights involved a lot of those skills and just putting a lot of pressure on the Slark being where he's needed to be.
Oh, Pepita maybe in some trouble here as well. They're going to have another invoke in a second as they take him down. Deafening Blast, half, makes it happen. And that is the strength of an Invoker. A solo kill on Pepita.
Huge kill though. We still don't see too much out of this Faceless Void. He's pretty much in the same spot as Slark, a little bit better because his team is doing better at this point.
Yeah. Dogfights finds Excel again. There's the silence to follow it up. Sunstrike gets the kill. And there, I mean, the score is relatively even, but it does, like you said, it's got an air of Infamous feeling defeated.
Yeah, they should play around the Panda. Brewmaster split is ready in 40 seconds. Shapeshift ready, book 1. They should try to take a fight with that. They need to give Slark some time. Off the map, he needs to hide, and look at him. With 2 sentry wards, he's gonna de-ward. Oh, the first one is...
Oh, no, we got it. Just barely.
It's in. It looked like it's not in range, right?
Oh no, Slark, he realizes they're coming for him. Get away! And the chase, they're not going to get there in time. Oh no, wait, they've still got eyes on him. Happy's found him. MNZ trying to get away. He's got the Shadow Blade. Unfortunately, they're all caught now inside the Chronosphere. They're going to pop that shrine, trying to keep their buddies there alive. Miracle jumps away. They can still go for this one. Half relatively exposed at this point, but they have the Deafening Blast still queued up. Witch Doctor Ultimate comes out as well, but not going to be able to take down that Brew. They get the bash on the Lycan as he tries to run in, but Pita caught, gonna be killed. Can they find anything at all? Half still living. There's a lot of summons nearby him, as well as all these Brewlings. But now they're deciding that they just want to run away. Dogfights jumps back in. He's able to get that Urn off on Old Stinger. But again, this iG.Vitality just feeling dominant in these team fights.
Crimson Guard on Underlord, denying so much damage from the like Pandas as well. They only managed to take down Witch Doctor, which is a hero they can sacrifice.
Yeah. Well, it is... I mean, and to me, at least, when I'm looking at these two lineups, I think as this game goes on later and later, Miracle is going to become more of a problem. Invoker is going to become more of a problem. Like, I felt like Infamous need to get stuff, make stuff happen right now.
But how? They have a Brewmaster ulti. They're in really bad position because Vitality has better heroes at this point, and they itemize really well.
Yeah.
Like, Invoker didn't go for Midas, so he can be more active early on. He's picking up those solo kills, especially the ones on the Lycan are really worth it. Both cores outside of Infamous got shut down early, so they need more time to recover.
Yeah. Well, again in July, gonna try and spam out this wave here. He is going for the pipe next, the classic Underlord. Just be a big, bulky guy who's hard to deal with. And it looks like Invoker's going to be going for a BKB next. As Matthew runs into Super. Hey, how you doing? And that should come close to death at least. He's well, not going to go for it actually. Doctor lives.
Does not have enough mana. Chrono is up in 2 seconds. They want to get the kill every time the Chrono is up. Ideally it would be Slark with just the Sunstrike.
Yeah, and I don't know if he has... I guess with the Mask of Madness like you're talking about, he probably has enough damage with the Sunstrike to kill him. Most people at least. Certainly the Slark. The Slark is like... He is just sitting on very low HP, but he has picked up the Shadow Blade now, and it is only 3,000 gold. It looks like right now Infamous are going to be moving in towards Roshan, seeing if they can make something happen here. This would be a good way for them to try and find a foothold into this game.
Yeah, even Panda bought Medallion to excel the Roche Lion Invis.
Oh god, if they can get the Roche into finding a kill onto Invoker, this would be so huge. And with the Invis rune, they got eyes on him. They can make this happen right here, and it would be a huge move back into this game. They're going to pop the ultimate right there on top of him at the very start. Finger of Death coming out, and they get the kill.
That's a big kill. Axel got the last hit. Maybe it would be better if someone else got it. He's not even close to his Blink Dagger, and it's gonna be hard for him to actually get any item in this game.
Miracle is very low, but able to jump away, and now, unfortunately, this is looking like it could maybe be a Slark going down. No, they can't get him.
I think if he used the Chrono during his ulti and Night Stalker's silence, even though it's a daytime, they would have enough damage to kill him. With just Void Slow, he can't use the Dark Pact, can't leap.
I think it was because Miracle was, he had the Mask of Madness going when that happened, so he had to wait for it to wear off. But
yeah, that's true.
But it did look like if he was able to get that one off, or maybe just time walk in place and then drop the Chrono. But they got eyes here on towards the mid, or rather the bottom lane for Old Stinger, who's going to back out now. And it looks like it's time to push. In spite of the Aegis, they don't care.
Lycan is not the best Aegis carrier. If his ulti wears off, he's probably just gonna die again if you're losing a team fight.
Yeah.
You don't contribute that much. Necrobook is used, all your spells are pretty much on cooldown.
Oh, and you do still have, you know, some team fight abilities here, but this is feeling like a very hard push to stop, as they've got the Crimson, the Pipe, and Miracle with that Chronosphere up. Oh, they have two heroes in the area. Oh, he could have jumped right there, but still a chance for it if they want to go. Don't need to. Pepita takes down the top tier 1 tower. And Miracle's gonna back. Still with a Dark Rift available, they can come and defend any of these towers afterwards. And they might just decide to do that in a second here, while Miracle is hanging out and looking for a Chronosphere if they want to go onto somebody.
Miracle needs that Shadow Blade. With Shadow Blade he can surprise people, cut the back lines. Ideally it would be good to catch a Lion or a Slark before the game starts. Maybe if they can blow up the Panda. Not sure if Faceless Void is alone. I don't think they can blow him up with just the Sunstrike and the bashes because of the missed chance.
Are they just going back in again? Slark? Ooh. I don't know if they spotted him there or not. As he comes out of the Shadow Blade, Dogfights might be able to spot him, although they're just going to head up and maybe find a kill here onto Old Stinger. No. He's not going to go for it. Not exactly sure what iG.Vitality are looking to do right here. I guess that Old Stinger's just going to give them a free kill, though. And now, do they want to go high ground here? Like an ulti? They've got Miracle. He's just dead. He used the Mask of Madness again and couldn't time walk away, and now they're going to try and Dark Rift out of there. Super also dropping so quickly. He is gone.
Miracle is getting caught out of position many times. He still didn't farm that Shadow Blade. The last time I checked, he was like 200 gold away, and he was on a mid lane. Not sure where his gold went.
Yeah, very strange. And in spite of what feels like a commanding performance so far, Infamous have been pulling their way slowly and steadily back into this game. Since that Roche, it feels like that kind of just took all the wings out of the sails of iG.V, and now they've also got eyes here onto half. It's a Shadow Blade there, but with the Witch Doctor, doesn't look like they're comfortable going for any more.
He might go in once again. Arcane Rune is up, might use the Shadow Blade. has Echo Saber as well, so that's gonna deal a lot of damage. I wonder what the next item for the Slark is gonna be. Like, has no HP. If he gets caught in a Chronosphere and Invoker just pulls off the combo, he's gonna die.
Yeah. So, Slark right now, as you mentioned, that Echo, and still not finding great pick-off opportunities yet, but with iG.Vitality kind of spread out around the map, there's a chance that they could get somebody. Matthew shows up mid. Infamous have been playing very well, sort of keeping themselves alive, but now with the Aegis down, it does sort of bring into question, are iG.Vitality going to try and make a move of their own?
They just need to use the Chronosphere. I did not see Chrono for the past 10 minutes, maybe even more.
Yeah.
So Shadowblade is completed. That's gonna help. Necrobook is popped. They don't have the Aegis anymore, but Lycan finished the pipe, which is mitigate a lot of magical damage from Underlord and Invoker.
Well, and now, as you mentioned, time to go for iG.V, as they are smoked up through mid. Have to use a Sunstrike. They are gonna run in towards the Roche area and up towards top, where they're showing right now with the Slark and Old Stinger, but I have a feeling that they should realize that this was there. The jump forward, it's a capable pickoff if they want to go on Stinger, and it looks like they're just gonna use it right now on the Brew. Chase him down and kill him off.
That's a good pickoff. It's probably gonna secure them tier 2 tower on the top lane.
Mid lane.
Sorry,
MNZ. He's trying to get into there, and they're bringing in more, but the Dark Rift got canceled. Lycan killed the creep there going on.
Meanwhile, Lion on the bottom lane just continues to farm. He has a Blink Dagger, but he's been on the side lanes just pushing out. They have a good ways to shout out the waves with Slark, Lycan, also Lion pushes. Panda is always on the side pushing, but he died 3 times in a row.
They're going for this. Oh, great BKB reaction there from the Invoker, and they're going to punish it hardcore, although Dogfights, is he going to get out of here also? They're trying to chase this. There's a Deafening Blast, they disarm. Now everybody's just trying to get out. Run away! That would have been big if they could have found the Invoker, but I don't know if he just didn't Hex or what happened there.
Maybe he was just too slow. No quick fingers on Invoker.
I mean, Hex is instant cast time though, right?
Yes. Yeah, but if you see someone blinking in, maybe he was a little bit out of the range.
Okay.
I was watching the other side of the map.
Yeah. You did mention that that Lion had been down there the whole time too, so it makes sense that he'd be ready for that.
Well, he's been preparing for it, but maybe over-prepared. You know, when you're singing a song, there's a huge show in your school or wherever, and then you're just over-prepared, and then you're just muted. You're stunned. You can't say a word.
Does this happen to you? It feels like personal experience.
No. I've seen people do that.
Okay.
That's why.
Were you ever in any plays?
I was never in a show or a play or whatever.
I was in one. I was in Greece.
Really?
Yeah, it was great.
What did you do?
I sang.
Did you mean watch?
No,
you sang.
I was just greasy. Let's see. I got half over here as well. Acel jumped into the trees. He's going to go down. They are chasing this guy, and they got a lot of physical damage onto Mr. Invoker. He misses on the ice wall. They got him underneath the trees, and with already coming out, it looks like this is going to be a dead Invoker.
Wait, what?
Okay, yeah, he's gone. But they did lose the Slark in the meantime, as well as the Lion over here, which we saw.
Miracle's gonna... Sorry, when I see Miracle whenever I see Invoker. Invoker's gonna need one more defensive item. Either Yule Scepter has Shiva's queued up.
Yeah.
So the armor against all these summons, just to keep him alive.
It does definitely feel like, again, if if iG.V take the fight that they want, they've got such better team fight, but it's Infamous who've been playing around that so well recently. Very impressed with their play, and Ecel's farming and catch-up on this Lion has been exactly what they've needed, because now you've got a situation where he has a blink initiation, and, well, down there on the low ground, farming away is Miracle, but they also have the Night Stalker. Jump forward, Hex is there immediately. They have the follow-up stun, but the Pit of Malice from below, keeping dogfights alive, and they're able to get away again.
Night Stalker's King of the Hill, also in July, just keeping him pretty much full HP with Crimson and Pipe.
Yeah, and as soon as that Sunstrike comes in, they realize they can't go for Roche.
IG needs to use the Chronosphere, not just for the pick-off, because there's their team fight tool. Last time they used it was just to get a kill on a Lion, get a kill on the Slark. You're gonna go for the kills, but you're gonna need to take some objectives after that.
Yeah. Well, the Lycan Wolves are going to be sitting in the Roche pit, and we do see MNZ again farming down bottom. He has the full Silver Edge completed right now, so Slark has been slowly and steadily catching back up and accelerating in farm. We're going to see now iG.Vitality take down Roshan. Can Infamous get there quickly enough? Do they know that this is happening? They did have a wolf in there, and well, it does get taken down now, but the jump forward as they're trying to find old stingers. BKB is out as well. They're dealing some damage. The Crimson Guard is already popped, but there's going to be the Chronosphere. It's only onto one, and actually they caught the Invoker in the Chronosphere as well. Coming out too late, and Slark looking like he's going to be able to escape because of it. Pepita, he's going ham now, trying to take down Miracle, and that rolling bull, excuse me, the Meteor coming down. It's not doing enough damage here on the dogfights. He's running away. They're trying to take down Matthew, and they will get that kill. And now with the Invoker isolated, the Tornado comes out. Is it enough damage? Can they bring him down? Slark is coming back in for a second round. He finds a double kill. Now they're trying to Dark Rift away Miracle, seeing if he can escape. Does he get out of there in time? He does.
I did not see where Underlord is this whole team fight. The fight started well, but they did not blow up Slark. Instead, they decided to go for a Lion. Invoker caught in the Chronosphere. That's not what you want to have. You want to have Invoker outside of the Chrono so you can cast the combo. There's no follow-up spells.
Yeah, that was really ill-timed between everything. Like, you know, you can blame who you want, but at the end of the day, it just can't happen like that. And now we've got the Slark, level 20, chasing after dogfights. Don't think he's going to be able to catch him there, but he does have that 3-second pounce leash now as well for that Talon. And Aegis in hand, getting towards that Scotty. Things are looking up for Infamous here.
Yeah, AC completed on this Lycan. He's extremely far. He's top of the network, has a cheese as well with the pipe, which mitigates the ton of the damage in the team fights. And maybe we can blame it a little bit on Invoker, his positioning, because he does not have a mobility item, no Blink Dagger. Like, he does not have extra movement speed from the Yule Scepter. With the Yule, he can solo pick off anyone. He doesn't even need to get a Chrono.
Yeah. Well, it is a tough time right now for iG.Vitality, and I'm starting to question my own thoughts that they were just going to be able to come away with this. Right now, Cell just walking aggressively towards these heroes. There is the Slark in the area as well. They have a Sentry Ward down, so they spot him out. If they get vision, which I think they might have had for a second, they maybe could have tried to chrono him, but Miracle not willing to go for that, or they didn't see him, one or the other.
They just need to go for the objectives right now outside of Infamous. Panda with the Blink Dagger and BKB, he goes in, wants to tank the Chrono, maybe faces Void Falls for that. They don't have enough damage even if he Chronos him there. Good itemization coming out from Brewmaster. A lot of armor. Medallion, Vlads.
Yeah. So if they do Chrono, what's like the ideal target for them to find?
They need to catch two people in the Chrono. Ideally, it would be a Lion plus a Slark. Just kill him once before he can cast any spells, and then control the Slark. Slark has no BKB. There's something... Okay, it's just running to him because he had Scotty queued up.
Yeah, switched up to Scotty.
Yeah, I remember in the yesterday's game against the Secret, he decided to go for Skadi instead, and then I mean, the game was pretty over, but still with BKB, maybe they could have lasted a little bit longer.
Yeah. Well, again, down bottom here, trying to set up for a kill. If you can find one person that comes back to push out this lane, it's pretty easy to get a kill with the Sunstrike, but the problem is that Infamous have just not been falling for that bait. They are eventually going to need to come back and deal with this lane, I think. But with, you know, Faceless Void staying off the map, yeah, they ping it out right away. They say Faceless Void is missing. They know that he's going to be down here. So, heads up play right here by Infamous, realizing what could be going on, and Miracle could go. We'll see if they end up baiting it out, or if no, they're just going to push the lane and then go as a team. Hold hands.
It's also really hard to play against the Slark. Team is even buying sentry wards and just giving it to him. He just awarded two wards. There's no vision on the map besides that one ward on the bottom lane.
Yeah. This is so scary playing like this, and of course now you sort of bring into the question for Infamous, how did they decide to try and take towers? Because it's all good and well to find the kills and be winning these fights, but they do eventually need to start taking some substantial objectives. Also, Underlord Hex. You remember the other day when we had that Lycan go for it? This is another hero that can definitely pick it up.
Slark can get out of the Hex. That's the best item you can get. Any big talents coming out? It's been 35 minutes so far. Brewmaster level 20.
Ooh.
Let's see what he picks it up. The primal split units. Let's go.
We also did get the Lion picking up the 120 GPM talent, so he's going to keep accelerating into these items. Already has the 4 staff completed. I believe that's being brought out to him in a second.
Yeah, we didn't mention that the Lion picked up the damage talent as well. So he's been on the side lanes always, just farming. That's 200 damage Lion.
It's a guy. Get some Mask of Madness in here. Let's see it.
Smoke coming out from iG.V.
It really feels like they need to get something here. But Matthew calls it again. Get back. They might have an idea that this is going on, and they're going up to their high ground. This is the place you want to be if you think that there's a smoke coming in. And Stinger, he breaks the smoke right from the get-go. They do manage to find the Hex there, the 4 staff away. They get the Chronosphere. It's only onto 1, though. Is this really going to do all that much? Lion jumps forward, able to find the Hex. Stinger's still living through this. He still has his ultimate. They can turn now. They need a Dark Rift out. That was not the way they wanted that to go.
Yeah, I've said that Infamous might bait Chrono with the Panda if he uses the BKB, and that's exactly what happened. The Faceless Void should not fall for that bait. Like, Panda is not the hero that you want to catch. Lycan with the Nullifier. Oh my god.
Yeah, and it starts to really get into a tough position for iG.Vitality when this stuff happens. And I kind of want to see what Lycan's next, or what Lion's next item is going to be too, because maybe he goes for that Aghanim Scepter later. Man can dream.
He bought a gem for Panda.
Yeah.
No vision whatsoever, besides, again, that one ward on the bottom. Hard to play the vision game against the Slark and Necrobot.
Well, it's a good thing he gave that gem to the Panda, but look at this now. Pepita going to run in, and everybody needs to evacuate, although Dogfight's the one who is going to be left behind, tries to hide in the trees, but he comes down to earth in rather startling fashion.
And they're just splitting them.
This game feels very difficult to come back in right now for iG.Vitality. 18,000 net worth lead, and a further lead in experience as well.
Even Panda is going for a Hex. Butterfly almost completed on Slark. A lot of big items on side of Infamous at this point.
Yeah.
Nothing too big coming from for iG.V. Faceless Void really far away from MKB. He wants to counter the evasion coming out from Panda, and he sees that the Slark is going for that butterfly, so he needs to react to that one.
Right. Well, again, iG.V would love to get a little bit of a buffer in this series to make sure that they don't end up bottom of the group. And right now, Infamous looking to play for their tournament lives right now. They've got to come away with a win here. And they're on the verge of making it happen if they can close out this game. Do have Lycan, Pepita. He has not quite level 25, so the 600 Howl health isn't quite there. It's a ridiculous amount of health.
Yeah, and it doubles during the night.
So that means that it's going to go up to what? 700 bonus health, and then you get 1,400 for all of your heroes during nighttime? That's insane. Jeez.
Like, I dare you to use Ulti Night Stalker.
Yeah. It's like, I mean, you just, as soon as he sees the chrono, just pop it right then. You just can't kill anybody. Or, you know, the other thing he could do is he could get +3 wolves. All right.
Wow.
Dogfights.
Wow.
He's found Matthew. They're chasing forward for this one. Lions in the area as well. The rest of the heroes trying to congregate into this area. They managed to find the Hex there onto Invoker, keeping him isolated, but another Hex to turn it back around. Lion going to be the one that goes down here most likely. He buys back immediately. The Dark Rift, they're trying to take these heroes down, but it's not quick enough. They get out.
I love what iG.V is doing.
Yeah.
Even in the previous fight, when they use the chrono, this time they don't even use the chrono. They just go back with the Underlord ulti. Lion bought back. BKBs are down for Infamous, and now they can take a fight again if they want to. Roche up. This is the third Roche. This is a big deal with the Refresher Shard.
It's one of those moments that can be game defining, and give that over to an Invoker. He can suddenly get a combo out that can take away all your fears from the previous team fights they had. As it looks like Infamous now trying to take down Roshan. With Chronosphere still up, we might see some contention for this. The question is, do they know that it's going on? Yeah, they scan it, so they realize where they're at right now, and it's going to be one. It drops down too quickly, though, and they can't get there in time.
I love the bonus HP from the Lycan Howl. It's daytime.
Yeah. This is going to be silly. That is for sure. Well, 40 minutes in, 22,000 net worth lead. After what was looking very solid for iG.V, Infamous able to pull it back together with a snuck Roshan, and then just controlling the game from that point forward. But it's a Refresher Shard on the Slark.
Yeah, so he even put this Echo Saber in the backpack just so he can use 2 ultis and 2 BKBs.
Yeah. Their time to shine now. Dodges away from the tornado. Starts to hit there. Meanwhile, they're splitting on the other side of the map. Stinger going in for this one as well. He does have his ultimate. Thinking about popping it there. Hasn't gone for it as of yet, and he does finally go for it. Menzi hitting away. The glyph is down. He's still holding on to that refresher. There's the lift up onto Underlord, so no more stuff coming out from him. Slark, Shadow Blades, runs back. Can burn through the Aegis if he wants. Just wait for him to regen up again. These Earth Pandas are very tanky and hard to kill off. And as they jump out of there, Slark goes. There's the Hex onto one. He's still hanging onto the Aegis. A good Impale comes out as well. Miracle, need to be careful with this. He can just chrono it as soon as he comes out on the other side, and they might decide to do that. He drops it now as well. Able to get it with the Cataclysm. Isn't going to be enough damage. He's almost dead. They're going to take him down almost. Yes, he does go down. MNZ dies. Dead for 90 seconds.
Slark could have used the Refresher Shard, BKB, run out, and they would still have another BKB and another ulti.
Yeah. Well, 42 minutes in, they only lost the Tier 3 tower. Oh, excuse me, they lost the bottom Tier 3 and the ranged racks as well. And now they've found themselves the Lycan, who pops the BKB. Just going to run away. And another couple hits.
They did a good job just splitting the map. Panda goes in, control the team fight with his Brewlings. Meanwhile, there's a Lycan on the bottom, Slark on the mid, hitting the tower.
Cell did a really good job there, just juking away from the initiation that came in. And while that team fight did go well for iG.V, it shows just the strength of this lineup with a Faceless Void and an Invoker. It's just too much damage.
A Faceless Void doesn't deal that much damage at this point. He's just a Chronosphere. No items. He lacks 2 items at this point. This is your safe lane Faceless Void.
Yeah. Going to be going back for an MKB next. Half and Super. Trying to look for maybe an opening here if anybody decides to walk up high ground. But Infamous, again, playing it safe. I've been very impressed with Infamous this game. You know, for a team that hasn't won a game so far at this major, they're looking not terrible.
Yeah, they're doing all right. The decision making in this game is really not that bad. They're just splitting, especially the Lion being on the side lane while Slark and Lycan recovers in the jungle.
Yep.
Every single time the lanes are pushed. Okay, maybe I spoke too soon.
But I mean, if you die that one time and you bring all of these heroes and also force the BKB out from the Invoker, like getting those charges down, it's 5 seconds, as well as, you know, putting it on cooldown for a little while, is good stuff. And Slark, meanwhile, going to be going for a refresher shard of his own. He hasn't taken his level 25 talent yet. Is there one that you kind of prefer on Slark?
Yeah, the shift duration is pretty much always picked, but if he wants to go for Shadow Dance duration, maybe, and has a refresher shard and the refresher orb, maybe he's gonna go for the other one.
Matthew 4 staffs away, but this is looking like it's gonna be a rather tough one for him to get out from, and they will kill him. They leave the gem down there though. So that gem, we'll see if it gets recovered at all this game.
They already have 1 gem, so they're like, ah, fuck it, I'm not gonna even bother picking it up.
Still no 25 talent yet for Slark. They are moving in now with half. They can't get him. So if he does end up taking that extra duration, that would put it up to 5 seconds total. Chronosphere lasts for 5 seconds as well. So that's kind of nifty, like if he manages to get it off at just the right time. But honestly, a lot of the damage that's coming in still is stuff that you don't need to right-click him with. Like the damage is Invoker and Maledict, that type of stuff.
Still didn't pick anything up. What is he going for?
Maybe he doesn't want the talent.
So Lincoln Sphere is his choice.
Oh, again towards mid. They found themselves the Lycan, and a hell of a lot of damage. BKB comes out perhaps a bit too late there, and all of the bonus health in the world didn't keep him alive. Another darkness.
Lincoln's, yeah, Underlord is not going to be able to just hex him before the fight starts.
And it looks like they're going to try and cut the creep wave here. Sell the one who's doing it, and if somebody comes back to fight this, then Slark is going to be there to get the kill. Does get that Arcane Rune now as well as they're walking forward for this. Matthew trying to clear through the creeps to the best of their abilities. The pipe is still keeping them survivable though, and the tier 3 now down. Looking over to the side, Slark can go for something here if he wants to jump forward the Chrono. They got him caught. There's going to be another combo that comes out, and Slark is just dead. And no buyback. 98 seconds on the sidelines. Matthew trying to run away. The coconuts are going to bounce back the other direction. But this is feeling really tough. They have buyback on Lycan if they need to use it. But they're hanging on to it.
The Slark. Like that's your most damage in the team fights. I'm not sure if IG knows about it. Probably not. Not sure how much gold he has, but they're just waiting. If he buys back, they're going to go back. But the thing is, he does not have it.
And hitting the tier 3 tower now with no buyback on the Slark. They might need to take this fight without him, which means they need to wait for the Lycan to get up. And we'll see if iG.V decide to push for the tier 4 towers or not, since there is still a tier 2 top. The saving grace right now for Infamous is that they can't go for the top tier 3. SL? Chasing? I don't know if they really want to take this fight right now. They're taking down the line. He's dead now too. No buyback. They're running at these guys, trying to find the kill, but they're just going to Dark Rift away. Can they get out of there in time? They do.
Yeah, these Dark Rifts were really on point this game. Every single time they throw the BKBs, he just Dark Rifts back, and that's it.
Yeah.
They don't want to fight. Panda uses ulti, nothing you can do about it. He's gonna just Uber you back to the safety.
Wow, and the Faceless Void actually going to go for an Ags on that hero. So the more and more often Chronospheres, and they've caught again the Pandas, he is going to drop. So 90 seconds away for him. He does have buyback. Sending these Necro Books forward to try and pull the creep wave past.
So another Chrono is ready.
Yeah.
When you have Aghanim Scepter, it's always good to cast the Chrono for the pickup. Ferocia spawned, and with the Aghanim Scepter and the gem, they're gonna get rid of all the vision and probably just go for it.
So this at one point was a 24,000 net worth lead into the favor of Infamous, and now it's down to just 7. And they are 2 lanes of racks down against the team that is now moving in to take down Roshan. And whether they decide to go for double Chronosphere or double Invoker combo, whatever it happens to be, things are looking good for iG.V.
Double Chrono, that sounds good. If he just drops Mask of Madness, let me see where it is.
Oh, they gave it to the Invoker.
Okay, Invoker. Invoker has it.
There you see some combos.
Refresher Orb on Underlord. We're gonna see some combos.
It's the Venn diagrams that we're going to be seeing here. Well, they take down the shrines now, and if you're Infamous, need to try and pick people off, but iG.V have realized, let's just 5-man together and make this happen. Not to mention the Ags on dogfights always taking away the vision. Slark trying to farm up whatever he can. Again, he does have the Refresher Shard, but no buyback. We just haven't seen an initiation from Infamous almost at all. They did smoke up there, it looks like, on their high grounds. But a hard fight to take when iG.V can always just Dark Rift away.
Yeah, we talked so much about the Howl, but nothing is happening. They look at their HP right now. Like Lion, 3,000 HP almost. Panda, same amount.
Yeah.
Lycan,
Oh, they jump forward. They find one. Need to be careful about the Chronosphere that could come out, though. They just blow up the Witch Doctor. Now trying to run away is going to be Miracle. Slowed down a heck of a lot. They're still chasing here. He's invis, and they are going to decide to Dark Rift. And see you later.
Imagine if he Dark Rifts right now back, refreshes, goes back, and then...
The next level plays.
Okay, Panda is level 25. I saw him going for Octarine Core.
He has the
cooldown
yeah.
is 35 seconds, duration 20 means 15 seconds downtime.
Very easy for him to go for that, and he has that extra HP on those split units as well. Now, Pepita is in the middle of the creep wave here. They could chase him out, realizing that the Ghost Walk is coming. There's going to be the Tornado to open it all up. He does have Shapeshift in 12 seconds, 4 staff away. Stinger muted, needs to get his ultimate off, but he's also silenced, basically doomed at this point. He needs to get out of there, but it's not going to happen. Meanwhile, Finger of Death on the backlines. They find one. Can they blow these heroes up, though? Inside the Chronosphere, I'm not sure if it's going to be enough, as Slark able to get off the second round of it now. Still trying to hit away at these heroes, and doesn't have his Echo Saber in there. He's disarmed for absolutely ever. Not able to do almost any damage, but they take down Miracle. Now going for the Dark Rift, trying to escape from this as well. They jump forward, and they can't quite get it, but they will be able to chase down this Faceless Void, I think, although with the Shadow Blade walk away, looks like he might be able to escape.
They have no vision. Lion has a gem, but he's far away and has no HP.
Yeah. And with this, the tower about to fall, it looks like. They try to hex the catapults to stop them from taking down that tier 3 tower. This game is hard. Less than 1,000 gold lead off of what was about 20k, 25k.
Oh man, Huge comeback from iG.V.
Yeah.
Faceless Void now deals ton of damage. And he can do it every minute.
Yep.
He's like, look at the levels. Underlord, level 24. Witch Doctor, level 20. Night Stalkers is the same level as your Faceless Void.
Yeah. Oh, and Pepita, he's found again. The Cataclysm Sunstrike comes down there on top of him, and he is dead yet again. Stinger pops the BKB, still hanging on to his sheep, but yeah, this game is feeling rather rough. It's into the favor now of iG.V after about 25 to 30 minutes of it being all infamous. And now...
Yeah, Lycan is like a T8. It falls off after a certain amount
Oh,
of time.
he buys back, though. They're trying to take this guy down. The Chronosphere is already down as well, though. Can they bring down anybody? Lycan's still very survivable at this. Cataclysm hits, but it's not quite enough damage, and they are going to be able to get that Lycan kill. It's a dieback for him. Still trying to live through this and do whatever they possibly can, but everybody's slowed down. The three-person ice wall, so hard to deal with. Excel also being isolated here. They're trying to take down one. Slark gets the Dark Pact off, but again, the Coconut's just being so annoying. They do break the Invoker, but they don't have the vision. They're not on top of him. They're not going to be able to find that kill. He pops the BKB. They find themselves another. That's a buyback on 4 separate heroes now as they're trying to take down and kill off this Brewmaster. He had another ulti, but he couldn't get it off. And it looks like they're going to go for this. GG.
GG is called. Yeah, well, I said that Lycan falls off. Same goes for Panda. Even though that he has the split, these units don't deal damage because of the itemization and Underlord, the Crimson Guard, and in the later stages of the game just mitigates way too much physical damage.
Yeah. Well, and, you know, at the end of the day, we always talked about this lineup of iG.Vitality being the one that scales better into the late game. Like, as a Slark, you just can't deal with a Chronosphere and Invoker. Like, it's just... I think it's too hard to play against if they're given free farm and are able to top the net worth. Lacoste, any final thoughts about this series? I mean, iG.V, I think at this point have secured that they're not going to be directly eliminated, and I believe that that does mean that Infamous is out. There might be some permutations, that's not the way that word is said, where iG.V would have to like play tiebreak or something. I was trying to check with the rules, but I didn't find them out. But I think that that might mean that they're eliminated.
Well, I think kind of everybody expects that. The way they play, iG.V showing some real strength. I think they can cause a couple of more upsets in the group and even in the later stages. Like they are underdogs, underdog fights maybe. This is the player to look out for.
Yeah,
like, he's extremely skilled and makes a lot of space for his team.
Yeah, and I'm looking at it now. OG did win one game against Mineski, at the very least on the first series games. And so because of that, that means that even if Infamous were able to 2-0 OG later on, they wouldn't be able to move on out of the group stages. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that things are like all fine and dandy for the other teams. I think that that pretty much would mean that Group A is set, because I think that it's going to be Team Secret or Invictus Gaming on top, and then Mineski below them, and then OG iG.Vitality. But nonetheless, things are heating up here a little bit at the MDL Major. Lacoste, any final thoughts before we finish this one off here? Which I already asked you, but I'll ask again.
Yeah, these were my final thoughts, Gabe, and I'm going to see you soon in our next series.
Sounds good. All right, ladies and gents, we'll see you guys in a few for our next series, which is going to be, give me a second here, Newbie versus VGJ Storm, I believe. I don't think I'm going to be there for that one. I think that Parker is popping in, or somebody is.
All right.
All right, we'll see you guys then for more great Dota 2 action.